All right, Las Vegas, October 20th through the 23rd. Shred Your Reality, which is a 4-day intensive immersion business event. And we're going to be having that event in a private location, only 15 people the first 2 days, and then 7 people the following 4 days, the following 2 days, so 4 days total. And this is going to be an important event because we're going to break down a lot of these things of positioning in live with workshop style right there with everybody. And this is going to be very important because most of the time people have a hard time getting themselves to actually do some of these things. You get the intellectual knowledge, you kind of feel good about all the stuff you're learning, but actually getting to do it, well, that's why we're having a small group so we can make sure we focus on them. And when I say we, I mean John Paul, my partner and co-author, and me. And again, we'll be having copies of Position to Win. Hopefully the final version with all the corrections and all the things that we've been working very hard on. And again, this is all about why most businesses fail in the first 5 minutes. It just takes them 3 to 5 years to realize it. So to that end, we're gonna be doing 4 days. The first day, we are calling it the center of the universe, okay? And it is because the first day is all about your personal positioning. And we all think that we are the center of the universe. Some of us more than others. Some people would say that me more than most, but that's a different story. But going back to the topic, the reason why we want to focus on this is because if you can't position yourself, then you won't be believed anything else that you do. Nothing else will matter. If you are not clearly, and it's not only positioned differently, but positioned right. Because you could be differently a failure, right? You could be an abject failure. That's clear positioning, very clear. People know they should just ignore you. They look at you, they get one glimpse at you, one glimpse at your CV, one glimpse at your promotion, your marketing material, your idea, and they go, oh, this is a loser, right? And you don't want that. You don't want that. So first day is all about personal positioning. We're going to have exercises and workshop, and again, this is 15 people, okay, 15 people tops. We already have 5 people, okay, and as a matter of fact, we already have 5 people that want to go all the way to day 4. So there's only 15 people here, so there'll probably be some slots for days 1 and 2. Days 3 and 4 we're probably going to sell out very quickly, and again, we're not even in September yet. So we're very excited about this. So Center of the Universe, all about personal positioning. We're going to talk about the 5 dimensions of personal positioning, which are over here in the book as well. We're going to talk about quick read of people. So John is going to do this is going to be a very fun session, a breakdown on different things you could do to size somebody up, like really quickly, from some of his Las Vegas experience, but also from his, using that in the real world in sales and consulting and breaking things down, breaking organizations down, kind of seeing who they can influence and how you can influence them. So very, very important stuff, okay? So that's day 1. Day 2 is we're calling it Playing for Money, okay? And Playing for Money is about positioning a business, a product, a service, or an idea, something that you're trying to get somebody to give you money for, right? So now you're playing for money, you're playing for real. See, a lot of people are good at talking about ideas, about plans that they have. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And, you give them a couple of drinks and, they fix the world's problems. They can tell you how to be a good president. They can tell you how to manage any company. They tell you all of that, right? And then they tell you all the money that they're going to make, right? But in the end, it's about playing for money. if you ever done any trading on, even if you have stocks or maybe you have an online market account, right? I certainly do. There's a setting there you could do paper trading. Okay, paper trading means you could sort of play like you're trading, but you're really not. But you could sort of strategize and kind of learn. Well, it's all fine and good, but that's like playing Monopoly. In the end, what matters is playing for money. When you have your own money at stake, your investors' money at stake, your maybe your savings at stake. When you have a new plan, a new business that you're trying to get, and you're actually playing for money, how are you going to do? And if you're not positioned correctly, if you're not positioned in the market correctly, you're going to fail, right? You're going to have 5 minutes. You're going to fail in the first 5 minutes, but it'll just take you 3 to 5 years to bleed out and spend all your money and all your savings and all the credit cards and all the investors' money and all the capital. Okay, so you don't want to do that. Now, you can attend individual days. Okay, and you might ask, well, why would anybody attend only one day? I'll give you an example. We have an attendee on day one who has a corporate job, right? And so that person will be, in all likelihood, going to be there, and is going to learn a lot of these personal positioning, hands-on things. But he doesn't really have a business, so he doesn't need to go to day 4. As a matter of fact, we have some people who are kind of close to our circle. Also, we're gonna have some position to win beta members there who we've said, you don't need to get to day 4. You really don't need to go because it doesn't really fit with what you're doing, or you're not ready yet for day 4. Okay, so day 1, personal positioning. It's all about you because you're the center of the universe. At least you're the center of your universe. Unless you're me and you're the center of the whole universe, right? And this is totally sarcastic in case I have to clarify. And then day 2 is about playing for money, which is positioning a business, positioning a service, a product, or an idea. Okay? And those are both 15 people. Okay? The next 2 days are 7 people. Okay, so we send a whole bunch of people home, and then now we are in day 3. Day 3 is a business deep dive. So what we're going to have is we're going to have 75 minutes, okay, and per attendee. Okay, we're going to set the clock. We're going to pick the order. Okay, we're going to pick the order, right? We don't get to go back and forth. Oh, do you want to go first? No, we'll pick the order and we'll go from the top. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to break the business apart all the way, and we're going to put it back together, okay? And not only do you get to experience that if you attend as far as your personal business, whatever it is that you're doing, but you get to watch this 6 more times and learn. A lot of people learn a lot more, or a different angle or a different dimension from watching somebody else's business be broken apart. And that's because that's actually a principle of positioning, because it's easier to see somebody else's business from the outside, so you'll learn some different things. So that is day 3. It's a business deep dive, 75 minutes. We are just gonna go. Okay. The event is in a private location. It's in a villa, and we're gonna bring a chef to cook. So we're not gonna be. This is not like this is not a seminar like most people would consider a seminar. Like in a hotel, with the conference rooms and the carpet and the fuzzy lights and the weird walls and just the low energy. We don't do that. We're just gonna be very, very high energy, and we're gonna start early in the day and we're gonna go late. Okay? All of this stuff will be recorded, so if you attend and we speak fast, or you're gonna be have a lot of information thrown at you, you will get a copy of that, and only those people. We're not gonna live stream it. We're not gonna do any of that. You're either there or you're not there. Okay? So that is day 3 for the business deep dive. Now day 4 is going to be, you're going to develop a master pitch. Okay? And the master pitch is basically, what is it that you're selling? What is it that you are trying to get somebody to pay attention to you? What are the lines that you say? What are the phrases that you say? What is the message that you say? Okay, you're gonna deliver that, and you're gonna deliver that to John Paul. And then what John Paul is going to do, and he is magic in this, he is going to deliver that back to you as you, playing as if it was you. He's going to pretend, he's going to act like he's you, right? And then you're going to get up, you're going to absorb all of this feedback, okay? Now, based on that, you're going to try to take it all in and then see if you can deliver it again, okay? And then that way, I mean, how many people get to deliver and hear their own pitch more than once a week or a month sometimes, okay? So like, and to really craft it and work at it. Again, this is 75 minutes each, okay? We're also gonna have a section on testimonials, right? Because most people need testimonials. We all need testimonials because it's part of positioning. Who are you? Why are you important? Why should I listen to you? Okay? So we're gonna have a whole session on that. It's gonna be very useful for everyone. And then we're gonna deliver the pitch again. And then not only do you get to have that as far as your own business, as far as your own pitch, but you get to hear it 6 more times, and you get to watch it as a dispatch and a third party, which is also important. And you go, wow, that's cool, because you're sort of emotionally detached, and so you'll be able to grab pieces that you're going to be able to use. And again, all of that is recorded, okay? At the end of day 2, we're going to have a special dinner at a steakhouse and kind of get together. And then the people who make it all the way to day 4, we're gonna have a breakfast kind of thing the next day, and see everybody off, and off we go. And this is gonna be huge. Okay, so if you go to positionwinbook.com/event, you'll be able to get more information on the event, okay? And it's Shred Your Reality. So Position to Win is the book. Really, the book is going to be called Most Businesses Fail in 5 Minutes, or in the first 5 minutes. And then the subtitle will be, It Just Takes Them 3 to 5 years to Realize It. And then Position to Win is the system we developed to tackle that. Somebody was asking me today, do you do any feasibility studies, right? Do you go study if something is feasible, if a business is feasible? I said, well, funny you should ask, because that's exactly what the Position to Win system is all about. It's about taking concepts like positioning, like the adoption curve, like marketing postures, like something that we call the green field, like the insight and incident, like the layer cake, something that John developed over 20-something years of consulting, and then put it all together into a cohesive sales process, right? To take people from not knowing you to buying from you. From not knowing you to believing what you have to say. From not knowing you to getting you the opportunity, getting you the business, getting you the job that you want, getting you the promotion that you want. Okay? Now, there's a reason why somebody might be skeptical and say, well, there's no way that all of this relates to all of those things. And yes, there is a way, and the reason is because these kinds of concepts are true strategic concepts, okay? Most of the things that you hear about, most of the things that people are selling, and this is the reason why we don't sell to most people, and most people don't believe or would want to buy from us, because most people don't get strategy, okay? So, but positioning is so important. It is so key, because you need to know you're in here, and I made a pyramid here, and this is you, okay? And so some people might say that, well, you're living inside of your own bubble, right? Well, bubble is a shape. And then somebody else might say, well, you live inside your own box. You're an inside the box thinker. Okay, box is another shape. But I say you live inside of your own pyramid, okay? And that is not because you're a dead pharaoh, but because you live inside of a structure, but this structure has a hierarchy. This structure has levels that are higher and levels that are lower, okay? And you need to know where that is in your own market. Let's pretend this is a market, okay? Now this applies at every level of analysis because it is strategic, okay? This is why this is important. So let's see, if you really want to zoom out, so I'll make a quick graph here. So this is strategy, and strategy comprehends all aspects of life. because strategy is a way to approach something. That's all it is, right? Strategy is neither good nor bad because it's just strategy, right? A bad strategy, something that somebody might call a bad strategy, is because of the tactics. It's because of the things underneath. But strategy itself is just strategy. Again, it's no good or bad. That might be hard to understand. So you have different levels of structure here. Something like this. Okay? And this will make sense in just a second. Alright, one more. I'm gonna do one more. So these are, imagine if these are like levels. Alright? So these are levels. Okay, so think about, these are like planes. Okay? So and these go up and down. And I'm going to attempt to describe the more foundational ones. Okay? So some of the most foundational ones are like ethics. Okay? I am definitely not going to talk about that. This is the reason why people say never talk about religion or politics or sex, right? I don't have a problem talking about sex, but definitely politics and religion, you might not, depending on that, is because you're playing down in these levels. Okay? So ethics is down here, then something beyond that might be philosophical, and then something above that might be something like, like psychological. Okay? So you're playing, these are like the foundational levels of being, really. Okay? And I tend to get philosophical. I will always tend to try to, because I really think, again, strategically, and so strategically compense all these levels, okay? But let's go one above that, and let's say, like economical or financial, or let's just say business, okay? And business lives somewhere in here, okay? Somewhere in there, okay? That's what we're gonna talk about. That's the kind of strategy we're gonna talk about, okay? So don't worry, we're not gonna get into your psychology too much. We're not gonna get into your philosophy too much. And we're probably not going to get into your ethics. That's really up to you, and that will lead you wherever it is. But have no fear. You have all these stuff going on, okay? So you're in here. Why is it called Shred Your Reality? Because our thing is, okay, you need to be able to shred a hole through this pyramid, and you need to be outside. And once you're outside, now you can look, okay? Now that looks like fun and games, and that looks like, oh yeah, this is easy. I just gotta look outside. But this is very hard. Why? Because you need a new floor to stand on, okay? This is how you brainwash somebody, okay? The way you brainwash somebody is you break their system, their hierarchy, their box, their pyramid down. You can break it down through pain. You can break it down through starvation. You can break it down through torture. You can break it down through psychological manipulation. But it's usually iterative, right? Like a Chinese water torture kind of thing, okay? Which is torture, right? That's why it's called torture, right? You can break it down through that. Or you could break it down willingly, right? Up to a level, right? And that's just why I took the time to write this. Because I'm saying, look, we're not gonna break you down, okay? Because these are very tricky, and I don't mean this lightly. You mess with this at your peril, okay? If you ever wonder, how do people why do they grab a gun and start shooting at people? I don't want to go into that topic, but that's what's going on. There's been an infiltration. There's been something fixed and changed here. I'm not saying they don't have responsibility or anything like that. We all have responsibility. But what I'm saying is that these are the levels at which that happens. Okay? A lot of people want to approach this at the more tactical level. Like, yeah, well, if we just make it harder to get guns, maybe that's a good idea. I'm not saying it's not. I think maybe it's reasonable, right? And that should be able to be worked out. But certainly, if people want to find a way to kill each other, they're gonna find a way. Right? I mean, that's nature, human nature, okay? So, but again, I don't want to go in there. So we're not going to go that deep. But at the level of business and above, right? What is that? So you need to be able to break out of where you are, because if you don't break out where you are, if you don't shred your reality, you won't know where you are, because you will be inside. You can't see it once you're inside, right? Nietzsche said that the mind is an impenetrable fortress, right? That the mind is invisible to us, okay? And so we need to be able to shred it. You need to be able to get out. But getting out is scary, as I showed here. Nobody wants to do that. And no wonder, right? So we're gonna give you a business floor, okay? And the basic floor is positioning, okay? But we're gonna talk about some of the other layers of the position to win concept, such as the adoption curve, which is a very powerful thing, such as marketing postures, and then how all these things layer so that you have a pretty good idea of where you stand. Now, the downside of this is that you might not like it. So if you are not into reality, if you prefer to be lied to, then this is not the seminar, this is not the event, this is not the activity for you, okay? You're gonna get a lot of straight up information, okay? And like Nietzsche would say, again, one of my faves, and I was at Whole Foods yesterday buying some food, and I got a little bit of chocolate because I wanted to have a little bit of chocolate. And the lady told me, she's like, do you want the candy out or in? I said, oh, don't call it candy, because you make me feel guilty now, right? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, your healthy food substitute. And I was like, yeah, so the guys in the line were laughing. And I was like, yeah, Nietzsche says that the measure of a man is in the amount of truth he or she can tolerate, right? And tell you what, Sunday night, I can't tolerate very much truth right now. So, but that's exactly the point. How much truth can you tolerate? And this is something that we've harped on. As a matter of fact, that quote of Nietzsche, I wrote it right here in this book, because it's so true. It is so true, right? But the truth hurts. Who wants that, right? I also recently wrote a Latin quote, right? Veritas odium parit, which means the truth begets or engenders or creates hate. And ain't that the truth, right? So ain't that the truth. So anyways, so if you don't want that, and I understand why you wouldn't want that, okay? Again, also Nietzsche said, who can delude themselves from reality? The one who suffers from it. So hey, we all do that. We all do that to a certain extent. We all have to shield some of these levels from too much truth, right? Who wants to talk about, I don't know, life insurance? That's all gonna work out. Well, let's just live like we're never gonna die, right? But that's not the case, really. Okay, so if you're not like that, but if you are, you want to step up. I wanted to record a video and tell everybody to go to positiontowinbook.com/event, and then I put the link up so that you can just click and go take a look. And again, we're gonna have 4 days intensive. First 2 days, 15 people. The next 2 days, 7 people. 4-day event, Las Vegas, October 20 through the 23rd. If you want some more information, get clicking, or you can send me a PM. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have signed books for everyone there. You get to take a picture. You get to do all of that. It's a lot of fun to be in an environment with other high order entrepreneurs, because not everybody can afford to be out, and take 4 days out of their schedule, pay a whole bunch of money, go out and stay, and hang out and actually work on their business. Not a lot of people do that. Most people are too busy running around. So it really pays to go out and meet some of these people. Some of the connections you can make are really, really useful, to say the least, and there presents a lot of opportunity for everyone involved. So we always have a blast. We have a dinner the second day. We're gonna have a chef, so we're gonna have food and snacks all the way through, because we're gonna work. And that's the other thing. And I knew I was forgetting something. So there are 2 things. If you don't like the truth, right, then don't attend. And if you don't like to work, right, if you don't want to get anything done, if you're cool the way things are, then definitely don't come, because we are going to be doing a lot of stuff. And we're going to coach you, we're going to help you, we're going to have sessions where people are going to be sitting around, we're going to go by and actually work on your things and help you fill out the things and help you step by step. We're very, very application oriented, and again, it's pretty cheap for all the stuff that we're doing. And generally, John Paul and I charge $12,500 a day to be in a client's location to do this work. So you're going to be able to get a lot of access to a lot of good information, the connections, see other people, how they applied, and then get some help, one-on-one help, and implementing it in your business. So look forward to hearing from everybody and from seeing some of you in Vegas in October.